Hi everyone, welcome. We're going to be discussing Alpha Arbutin as an ingredient for your skincare, and we're going to be discussing Alpha Arbutin with kojic acid and Alpha Arbutin with hyaluronic acid. We're also going to be comparing the two products from the Minimalist and the Ordinary. So let's get started. Alpha Arbutin as an ingredient is phenomenal in your skincare and everybody should have it. One of the top reasons why you want Alpha Arbutin in your skincare is because it helps with improving the elasticity of the skin, which means it really helps in making your skin healthier. Over and above that, it also helps with pigmentation. Now we all know the different kinds of pigmentation. The particular pigmentation that Alpha Arbutin is really well in handling is the pigmentation which comes with sun's damage or UV radiation, which means it's great for melasma. It's great when you have had a lot of acne and there's a lot of darkness on your skin. It's also great if you have a lot of uneven skin tone. And Alpha Arbutin works so well because it actually is able to inhibit tyrosinase, which is a chain reaction which takes place in your skin. When tyrosinase is not inhibited, it kind of makes melanin form on top of your skin. And so it's able to directly affect how the tyrosinase acts in our skin. And so therefore it's great for your skincare, especially when you have pigmentation. But even as an ingredient, it's good for your skin because it really helps maintain the evenness in skin tone, which with age kind of gets uneven, and it's able to keep our skin bright and radiant. So as an ingredient, it's great to have in your skincare. Now we're going to be discussing Alpha Arbutin with hyaluronic acid and kojic acid. First, let's take Alpha Arbutin with kojic acid, which is a new product released by the Minimalist. It's a little surprising combination because kojic acid and Alpha Arbutin are little different ingredients. Let me tell you a little bit about kojic acid. Now, kojic acid is the original ingredient that was used years back in skin lightening and pigmentation. It's one of those products that even now, if you go to an old-time dermatologist, an old-schooler dermatologist, they will recommend kojic acid for you because it's excellent in pigmentation and removing and lightening scars. However, Alpha Arbutin is a little superior to kojic acid just by a factor of the time frame that you can use kojic acid for. Kojic acid over a period of time, say about 6 to 7 months, can cause sun sensitivity to your skin. So you will find maybe a little extra burning in some areas when you're out in the sun, or you even might find a little more pigmentation over a period of time. And actually in some countries, kojic acid is banned. Now, we don't know why it is banned because every industry has its own standards that they follow. So just because it's banned in one country, it doesn't necessarily make it a bad ingredient at all. The only difference between kojic acid and arbutin, which you need to know, is that kojic acid is not recommended to be used over a long period of time. And that long period of time can be 7 months or 8 months, whereas Alpha Arbutin can be used without any restriction, really. It can be used endlessly on your skin. And that's important. Other than that, there are a whole lot of other differences, as you will see on your screen. Now, if you see the comparison between arbutin and kojic acid, you'll see that arbutin helps in reducing pigmentation caused by sun radiation. It improves brightness, it improves grayness, it improves skin elasticity, and it evens out skin tone, which kojic acid is not able to do. But skin lightening, both Alpha Arbutin and kojic acid is able to do. So that is why kojic acid used to be recommended by a lot of dermatologists for melasma and also for acne scars because it does lighten your skin. When we go down to the scar and to the other properties, we see that kojic acid is great for reducing scarring. It's antibacterial, it's antifungal. However, it does increase skin sensitivity and over a period of time, and like I said, some countries have banned it. So kojic acid in of itself is great if you have acne prone skin because you need the antibacterial, the antifungal properties, and you need for it to be fighting your scars. Whereas Alpha Arbutin has none of those. Now when we bring them together, they are a great combination if you have acne prone skin. Which brings me to the next product. We're going to be discussing Alpha Arbutin plus kojic acid from the Minimalist. Now, if you see on your screen, it's again a great formulation because it has aloe vera juice, which we discussed is not just, in my previous video, if you caught it, it's going to be listed here. It's not just aloe vera juice, it's a hydrosol of aloe vera, which means it's packed with all the great qualities that aloe vera has. It's a great humectant and a great moisturizer, plus it's also very soothing and anti-inflammatory, which acne skin requires. And if you see here, kojic acid is far higher in the ingredient list. And alpha arbutin comes below propanediol and ethoxy-D-glycol, right? Which is both of these, propanediol and ethoxy-D-glycol, are humectants and moisturizers, which is great. And then is alpha arbutin, which is for skin brightening. So in this particular combination, the formulation is targeted towards the acne scars and being a more antibacterial and antifungal that you require when you have acne. So yes, it is going to give you skin brightening, but all of that is definitely going to help you fight your acne better. So this particular combination, the alpha arbutin and kojic acid, I would recommend only to my customers who have acne. And it would help because instead of going through kojic acid and then putting alpha arbutin, it's good to have it balanced in one formulation. Will it cause irritation and a little bit of burning for some customers? I don't see that it will, but it really again depends on how sensitive your skin is when you start using this product. Now, when you have acne, you might also be using salicylic acid, you might be using a retinoid, so your skin is a little more sensitive. It's always good to start small with a very little quantity and then increase your quantity as your skin gets used to it. My rule for all my customers when they introduce a new product is that don't change any other thing in your skincare. Just introduce one product at a time. Let your skin get used to it over 3 to 4 days. And if you see no irritation and no burning, that particular ingredient is good for you. When you do see burning and irritation, it may not just be the new product that you've introduced. It could also be how the product is interacting with other products in your skincare, right? So if you have a lot of products in your skincare, then my advisory is to stop everything. Just use hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, introduce the new product and do moisturizing. Do that for 4 or 5 days, and then, if your skin has had no reaction, no irritation, no burning, it's not the product. Then you introduce your second product. So, if you have vitamin C, which you stopped, introduce vitamin C back. See how vitamin C is doing with this new product. Then introduce alpha arbutin and so on and so forth. It takes a lot of patience and it takes a lot of discipline, but that's what your skin requires, especially when you want good skin over a long period of time. It takes effort. Now let's move on to the alpha arbutin with hyaluronic acid from the Ordinary. If you see the ingredient list over here, you see it's got aqua, that's water, then it's got alpha arbutin, it's got hydrolyzed sodium hyaluronate, which is a great humectant, it's got propanediol, again a great humectant, and it's got lactic acid. Lactic acid is a great ingredient to have with this particular alpha arbutin because lactic acid in itself is AHA, it's a mild AHA. So it gives you skin lightening, it gives you skin brightening, it's also able to work on your scars, and it's a humectant, it improves pore size. So it's a great combination to have with your alpha arbutin over here. And we know that the alpha arbutin from the Ordinary is just fantastic. Moving on to the alpha arbutin with the hyaluronic acid from the Minimalist, we see that it's got aloe vera juice, which is again great. Then it has alpha arbutin, which is the ingredient that we are looking for in this particular formulation. And then it also has sodium hyaluronate, just like the Ordinary has. And it also has lactic acid, which is again great for hyperpigmentation, age spots, uneven complexion, reducing pore sizes. So it's a great product in itself, the alpha arbutin with hyaluronic acid from the Minimalist. Now when we compare the alpha arbutin with hyaluronic acid from the Minimalist and the Ordinary, keep in mind that I don't have all the ingredients from both the product listed here. I just have the star ingredients and the ingredients I want to talk about. So the exact order is not there, but it's definitely in terms of the percentages. So when we see the Minimalist alpha arbutin and hyaluronic acid, we see that the alpha arbutin is a third, whereas in the Ordinary it is second. Then we see the lactic acid is way down in the Minimalist, whereas in the Ordinary it is a little higher. If I go back to my notes, we find that the lactic acid in the Ordinary is 8th, whereas the lactic acid in the Minimalist is 15th in the ingredient list. Other than that, we also find phenoxyethanol way higher in the Minimalist, whereas in the Ordinary it is way lower. The phenoxyethanol is a good preservative, but it can cause irritation in some skin types. That's important for you to know. So keep in mind, if you're talking about percentages and potency, the Ordinary has the Alpha Arbutin and the lactic acids, the two great actives that we're looking for in this product, way higher as compared to the Minimalist. So as a product to product comparison, I would definitely put the Ordinary at a 4.9 and the product from the Minimalist at about 4.5 in terms of effect. In such instances, the best thing to do is to buy the product and experience it for yourself. Give it something like an Alpha Arbutin, you will have to give it at least 7 to 8 months for you to see the effect. Yes, you will definitely see the softness, the suppleness, the brightness, the radiance almost in the first 3 to 4 weeks. But the pigmentation, the effect on the scars, the effect on the elasticity of your skin will definitely take about 7 to 8 months. Let the product talk for itself by using it for at least 8 to 9 months. But here's the thing, when you do the comparison financially and the effort required to buy the Ordinary, the Minimalist is far easier. If you're going to order it off Amazon, you're going to have it in 3 days, you're going to get it for almost half the cost. When you order the Ordinary, it takes a long time and it's definitely more expensive. The product experience between the Minimalist Alpha Arbutin plus hyaluronic and the Ordinary Alpha Arbutin plus hyaluronic. The Ordinary Alpha Arbutin plus hyaluronic has been on my skincare for a very, very long time. It's an absolutely stunning composition. It is smooth. It goes in very well, and easy breezy formation. And just to remind you here, when you're using something like Alpha Arbutin, which is a brightening agent and definitely gives you a lot of radiance, you have to use it on your face, neck and the décolleté over here as well. If you're just going to use it on your face and forget your neck and this area, you're going to have different skin coloration after a period of time. And when I use the Alpha Arbutin from the Minimalist, it's the same thing. There's nothing different except it's just a little more watery. But other than that, the feel and the slip and all of that is the same. I've used it for I think about 3 weeks and I didn't find any difference in my skin, which the Ordinary didn't have. But again, like I said, Alpha Arbutin is something that I need to use for at least 7 to 8 months to see how effective it is in your pigmentation per se, because that is the real test of Alpha Arbutin. Did it give me radiance? Did it give me initial freshness and brightness? I would think it did. I've switched on to the Minimalist Alpha Arbutin and I'm going to be using it for the next 6 months. So my next review is going to happen sometime, I'm guessing. I started using it we are in October, so that's in March. The next review is going to be out in March. So you could use it along with me and we could exchange how the product was for you and for me. Or you could just wait. I can't imagine anybody will wait. Everybody just wants to use these products ASAP. So with that, we come to the end of the video. I hope you like it and I hope it was useful for you. If you have any questions, please do leave it in the comment section. I really try my best to answer all questions because I feel it is incredibly important to answer questions. Only then am I really making an impact in everybody's skincare, and that's what my intention behind this channel is. But just be patient. I will respond to your comments in time, but I definitely will. Till I see you next time, be good to your skin and hair, and for sure give the Minimalist Alpha Arbutin plus hyaluronic acid a chance. And if you have acne prone skin or you have a lot of acne, then definitely use the Alpha Arbutin with Kojic acid, but please use it for about 6 months and discontinue it, because extended use of Kojic acid can make your skin sensitive and more prone to sun damage. That's the advice that I would leave you with. I hope that was helpful for you. Catch you soon. Ciao.